In a world where gas is almost $4 a gallon and groceries feel like a student loan payment, one redheaded girl dragged herself through 5 parking lots in 112-degree Florida heat to answer the question, where is the cheapest grocery store in America?
So I went on a quest to find the cheapest groceries at the most common grocery stores in America to see where does your dollar go further and what is hiding behind those discount prices. To make this as accurate as possible, we will be following these rules. Rule 1, all items are shopped on the same day. 2, no name brands will be selected. Unless the store brand does not have something, then we will go for the cheapest name brand available. 3, all quantities should be roughly the same. 4, no organic items will be selected unless the store brand only has that available. And all items will be shopped from a fixed grocery list. On the grocery list, you'll find a lot of everyday essentials such as milk, eggs, yogurt, butter, all of those good things. Then we have our proteins, chicken, ground beef, and some processed items here and there such as bread, cereal, and granola bars. 5 stores we'll be going to include Target, Walmart, Trader Joe's, Publix, or your Wegmans, your Kroger. This might be whatever your local grocer is. Then we have Aldi, but there is a 6th contender that you're just gonna have to wait and see. When I posted my Aldi versus video, this one kept coming up in the comments, so I investigated. To ensure that there was no food waste on this really hot day, I did avoid buying certain things. That being said, I still took note of the price, took a picture and a video, and recorded it myself and checked it along with multiple other people to make sure it was correct. We are at Walmart. Let's go see what the cost is gonna be. To keep this video below an hour, I will be showing the total of all items at the end and noting prices of specific things that I think are interesting along the way. $1.94 for off-brand for Honey Nut O's that we all know what is being impersonated. I got russet potatoes. This is $3.94 each. There's nothing more American than some good old white bread for $1.48. For no chocolate chips, this is just $4. This is insane. This isn't America. I don't know what it is. $7.93. I don't eat red meat. I feel like this is expensive. For chicken, I don't see anything that's the great value unless it's the huge one. So I'm gonna have to choose a Tyson. I'll go with the cheapest, which is $3.42 a pound. Total for Walmart was $46.93. We're off to Target. As we made our way towards the produce section, we noticed a change in the vibe. This is total nightclub, because if you're here and then you go over there, way different scene. We're looking for the meats, the beef. 80/20 is $7.89. I feel like that's expensive. Produce quality was pretty comparable to Walmart. The bananas came to about 87 cents per pound. I don't know what's with this 29-cent per banana business. The raspberries were pretty pricey at $5, and they did not look like $5 raspberries. Since they don't have the yogurt, I will choose Chobani's, probably the cheapest, which is $5.99. Honey oat cereal, which is $4.99. As we moved through the aisles, temptation to go off list was everywhere. They have Sweetlerin's gluten-free chocolate scones.
Dude, I've never seen these.
I kind of want to get these. Darn at Publix or anywhere else. Luckily, Brooke swayed me and we came to a total of $54.67. On to Publix. As we made our way, it was very clear that these raspberries looked the best out of all of the produce we've seen. Most surprising of all, this normal peanut butter, 40 cents off. It's $3.49 with that discount. I feel like that's pretty expensive for normal peanut butter. This is not organic peanut butter. Chicken breast was on BOGO for $5.39 a pound, and for the sake of this experiment, I decided to stick with that price as BOGO for chicken breast doesn't happen often. Guys, chocolate chips are $4.99. Mind you, the other things on this shelf, Nestle, and we all know what Nestle Toll House chocolate is, that's $5.75. Publix, you're not Nestle. This is too close. This is robbery. Russet potatoes on sale for $3.99, typically $2 more. One thing no other place has that everybody loves is the Publix sushi. It is very tempting to get, and this is $11.99, and I might put this in the cart. I resisted. Publix $5 sushi, they get you with that, but then when you come in, you get other stuff. That's the only reason they do $5 sushi. After leaving Sushi-less, we came to a grand total of $62.38 for Publix. All right, guys, only a few more left. Let's go to Trader Joe's. Trader Joe's Honey O's for $2.69. As I walked past the cheese aisle, it occurred to me that I apparently don't know the real price of chocolate chips because they're $3.99 here. Milk was $4.49, which just didn't seem right. I am back at Trader Joe's because looking through the footage, I feel like the milk is not accurate. I feel like there has to be a cheaper option. Maybe I just did not see it. So we are back, boots on the ground, 2 days later to see if the prices were actually right. I can confirm the gallon of milk that they have is indeed $4.99 for regular. I don't think words can describe how exhausted I am. People, we have two more stores to go to. And again, it's still 115, 112.
Morale's low.
Yeah, the morale is low, but I'm doing it for you guys. If you're still watching, please like this video. My only incentive is I hope that this really is something that helps you all when you go grocery shopping, make an impact on what you're buying.
With that inspirational speech and re-verification, we came to a total of $57.05. And a drum roll for our surprise visit on this list.
Amazon. Now, we obviously know that we can do this all from our couches, watching Netflix, and the AC, very important, especially living in Florida. I'll admit, I have never really ordered groceries from Amazon in terms of produce or anything like that. I've done one-off things, you know, packaged goods, but never actual food. But when I did my Aldi versus series on social media, a lot of people said that they actually did this and they thought it was the cheapest. I am skeptical to that because Amazon, I thought, was only Whole Foods. Come to find out from doing some scrolling, it is not just Whole Foods foods. However, Whole Foods does typically have most of the options. So what I did is I went through and I tried to find things that were the same quantity and then also were typically the cheapest price. So for example, there was some yogurt, the Whole Foods version was more expensive, so I just went with Faye or Fage, which was just the cheapest option. So the total, and from looking at the prices, I can't tell yet if it's, I'm still doing it, but I feel that this is going to be the equivalent to Target. I don't think it's as expensive as Publix, but we'll see. And future Amy, who is going to be very well rested, hopefully, will total everything up and let us know which is the cheapest and in which order they rank.
No, not as many people use this option, so we are going to get to it. The total is $66.48, and this is due to some of the cheapest options only being Whole Foods. On to the last on our list, Aldi.
All right, so we are at Aldi. I have my quarter, I have my bags, the only store that we have to do this, but we're going in, and full disclosure, this is where I do a majority of my shopping. And we are going to see, I will say the quality here, sometimes it's not. I did do some shorts where I did Aldi versus different things, and the number one thing that people said was that the quality here is not always great, which I think that happens with any grocery store. So this is what I mean. These raspberries probably look the equivalent to Walmart. They're $2.49. I'll have to look back to figure out if this is cheaper or more expensive, but I don't think these look that good. Here is $2.89. Going with the theme of the cheapest store brand, one thing I want to point out, made with 90% peanuts. With that type of marketing, I have to ask, that's a little odd. That's like when you grab something that's cheese and it says it's cheese product. A little questionable. Similar to some of those Hinge voice notes before we hear them. A little questionable before we even touch play. Just saying. It is with this that we are in our last store. We rallied people, and all I can say is I really want to sit down and not do anything.
And with that, our total comes to $40.77.
Before we crown the winner, we need to dive into that data. And if you thought I was a freak with groceries, I am even more of a freak in the spreadsheets. So let's get into this. As you'll notice in the spreadsheet, the cereal is priced per ounce. Unfortunately, I could not find a unified version of what the cheapest available option was. We had some family size mixed in there, so I priced it per ounce to keep it fair. Similar to the rest of potatoes, I also did that as well, along with the granola bars and a few other items that are included in these calculations. And if you don't like the way that I did it, then
Go do this video yourself on a 112-degree day.
Also for Publix, I am not noting any BOGO items, as BOGO items in this list are not typically common. For example, we did have chicken breasts that were on BOGO, but the thing is that would have thrown this off way too much. And BOGOs, especially somebody who shops there commonly, chicken does not go on BOGO that often. As you can see from the numbers on the screen, we clearly have a winner. Editing Amy, can I get a drum roll, please? If you guessed that the winner was indeed Aldi, you would be correct. Followed by Walmart, Target, and then, this surprised me the most, Trader Joe's. I thought Trader Joe's was gonna be before Target. And in last place, we have Mr. Jeff Bezos, Amazon. As you can see, you are clearly paying for a convenience tax. We've crowned our winner as Aldi, but that may not be the cheapest for you. As we all know, Aldi is not a one-stop shop. Most people, myself included, when you go to Aldi, you are compromising on the variety that's there. You're not gonna get all these specialty items. As a person who has dietary restrictions, their gluten-free section, while they do have things available, it is not nearly to the degree of other places. When I went to Target, I found some really cool finds along with Walmart. Also, you do have to bring a quarter, and I have definitely forgot a quarter multiple times. And while I do think most people go to multiple stores like myself, doing that also means you have to have multiple stores close to you. If you live in an area where things are farther apart, you're not gonna have those options. So it comes down to what's in your cart and what do you value most. So tell me, are you a one-stop shopper, or do you go to multiple stores to make your dollar go the farthest? I'm Amy, and thank you for joining me on today's side quest. If you like side quests like this and are endlessly curious, hit that subscribe button and hit that like button. I will see you in the next one.